As somebody that has made over 2,000 wholesaling real estate deals happen, as somebody that is trying to become one of the top wholesalers in the entire country and is growing my wholesaling real estate business from 6 to 7 figures plus, I know a thing or two about growing a wholesaling real estate business. As somebody that has hundreds of thousands of people in my free real estate wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, I've helped a lot of people scale up. And in today's video, what I want to do is use that knowledge, that skill set, all the money I've made in wholesaling real estate, and really give you a detailed breakdown on how you can increase your assignment fees, your revenue, the amount of money you're making in wholesaling real estate without, number one, doing any more marketing, without actually doing any more deals, and generally how you can make more money in a wholesaling real estate business without working more. Now, I know this seems like a very easy proposition, a very simple one, but the honest truth is any wholesaler watching this can really do this. And the problem is a lot of people don't have the knowledge of exactly how to go from, let's say, 50K a year in revenue all the way up to 100K without doing any more deals, without doing any more work, without putting more marketing in their wholesaling real estate business. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be shocked at what I have to say today, but this is something that is going to do more work for you and make you more money. Now, the honest truth is, you listen to the average wholesaling educator, fake guru that's never done a wholesaling deal, or maybe did a deal 4 years ago. Most of them are going to tell you, oh, bro, just work harder. Oh, just do more deals, man. That'll make you more money, right? The stupid stuff. Oh, you want to make more money? Just, work harder, right? Hey, just work 200 hours a week and maybe you'll make $1,000, right? The truth is there are secret hacks. Now, these are hacks that are, some of them are sexy, some of them are not sexy hacks. I'll tell you, you've probably heard a lot of these, and some of these you haven't heard of before. And it is up to you to decide exactly, am I doing this or am I not implementing this? Now, everything I'm about to tell you right now is based off of the largest case study of wholesaling real estate in the entire world that's ever been done, right? I love science, I love experimenting, and I've ran the biggest experiment ever. Why don't we bring a little over 250,000 people into a wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, my free real estate wholesaling course, by the way. And why don't we teach them from a guy that has made millions of dollars wholesaling how to wholesale? He's going to give his best info for free. This is a $7,000 course, and let's see what happens. And I basically, the top wholesalers went to the top. Decent wholesalers did their first or second deal. There's always people that complain and say this thing doesn't work. Maybe I should do a $12,000 course instead. And they thought that was the thing, right? But I have the most testimonials in the wholesaling real estate industry at 24 years old because I gave my best info for free. Now, I'm not saying this to brag. I'm not saying this to say whatever. But because I have the most amount of people getting their first deal from me, the most amount of people making 100K a year plus learning for free, and the biggest amount of 7-figure wholesalers, I know exactly what they do. And I see a lot of these people grow from making 30K a year, maybe 3 $10,000 deals, to going up to 6 figures. And a lot of these people are not doing more deal volume. What they're doing is they're increasing the amount they're making per deal. And this is what I'm here to share with you today. One of the biggest revelations I've ever had in my wholesaling real estate business, and I'm just from my heart, this is no humble brag type thing, but I learned the secrets of doing $40,000, $50,000 wholesaling real estate deals. And this might seem like a crazy big thing to you, but I learned the more motivation I can get out of a list, the more money I'm going to make from it, right? And this is when I really started transferring over from cold calling high equities and putting bandit signs out to cold calling probates. And just something like that was like, oh, I was making 15K a deal. I made over 25 grand my first deal, all the way up to making $115,000 on my largest wholesaling real estate deal to this date, which, but my mom, it was a probate. Duh. Like, come on, what other list do you think it was going to be? Okay, of course it was a probate stinking list, right? But the truth is there's a lot more than that I want to talk about today to help you become a wholesaling real estate expert, champion, someone that's making more money. So yes, you can make more money with less work. We can, out here in wholesaling real estate, increase our revenue by doing less work without doing any more deals. There is a secret here, and welcome to my TED Talk today. but this is not going to be boring. This is going to be things that are actually going to make you money. And so the average advice we get in wholesaling real estate is the more I work, the more money I make, right? And this is statistically the average, right? If we have a bell curve of wholesalers, right? We got the ones making the least amount of money and the ones making the most amount of money. Usually you make more money in wholesaling correlated to the amount of money, the amount of time you work. And there's a funny thing when it comes to scaling, and that doesn't work anymore. But really, we could look at guys making six figures, right? The chance of you making six figures in wholesaling real estate drastically increases once you get above 10, 12 hours a week of wholesaling marketing, right? Money producing activities. Now, more work does equal more money, but there is a very important thing we have to talk about here, okay? If the max quality of work is done. Now, this is a very, very important thing. I see a lot of wholesalers work hard, grind, and do all these cringy things. You know, they're on the gram bragging about cold calling. I don't see any checks from these people bragging about the cold calling, right? It's like, what's going on? Are you really making that dough, man? And the funny part is, it's not about how much you brag. It's about exactly how much work you put and if you're doing it the right way. And so, yes, if you put in the max quality work. But here's the problem we see. Most wholesalers don't, quote, max out their top quality of work. When you put 5 hours in a day, are you putting the most effective 5 hours in? I will argue about 80 to 90% of wholesalers don't. And I explain exactly how to do it because that's all I've been doing, right? I've been more efficient every year in my wholesaling real estate than I was the year before. Just you get 15, 20% better, and you go from making 100K a year to 250 to $500,000 to $1 million, and just scaling up from there. It's not from working more, you know, it's from being smarter with the amount of work you're doing. And so I found the average wholesaler, okay, not a dig, but the average wholesaler, they will cold call bad leads that I say it's probably not the best leads to call. They will use bad wholesaling scripts, and I see this happen a lot. Okay, they'll use trash scripts that a guru told them. They won't organize their day, and this is a big problem I see with a lot of wholesalers. Is they wake up, they say, "Oh, what am I going to do today? Oh, what list should I pull? What should I?" When you're asking yourself, "What should I do today?" in a wholesaling real estate business, you're already dead out of the water. Like, because your competition already knows what to do. You're done. You got, what else are you going to do? You just give up at this point, right? You got no shot of success if you're waking up not knowing what to do for the day. You should already know what list you're pulling. You should know what you're cold calling. The list should already be skip traced, should already be done for you. Heck, you should know at least if I got to go to the government list today, the government office to go get my code violations, water shutoffs, fire damage properties, right? We got to know these things, right? Who I got to email, who I got to talk to. I mean, I'm not telling you to be the most organized guy or gal in the world, but like, at least have a spreadsheet, right? Like at minimum, have a spreadsheet of exactly the list I need to pull, my master lists and everything like that, right? If you don't organize your day, the day's going to organize you. You're not going to do well. And this eventually leads to making excuses, which is going to be one of the largest killers of anyone's wholesaling real estate dreams. When you make excuses, when you say something out of my control is my issue, you start losing control of your destiny. You start losing control of your dreams. You start losing control of you becoming rich, because at the end of the day, it ultimately comes up down to you if you are going to become a successful wholesaler or not. Does it come down to your cousin Yolanda, who is your roommate, right? Yolanda ain't the reason if you're going to be successful or not. It's going to be you, all right? It's not, oh, I have no access to the internet. Well, you got a library. They got the internet there. They got devices there. Just get a library card, right? The excuse train is something that your mom will feel bad for you. Maybe your dad, maybe your girlfriend, boyfriend will feel bad for you. But outside of them, nobody cares about your excuse. Nobody cares that you got 6 hours of sleep last night. Nobody cares you slept 4 hours last night. Nobody cares that you had a bad day. Nobody cares. And I hate to say it, some controversial things, but like, nobody cares what's going on in your life. Your competition don't care. I don't care and no one else cares. I don't feel bad for you, but I ain't going to give you pity points. And I truly believe a lot of people make, something bad happens in their life and they try to make that their identity, that I'm suffering and my life sucks. And it's because of this thing I can't control, right? Just there are natural things we can feel sad for, and there's natural things that we can kind of bring us down a little, like I can say, but not forever. And in a short amount of time, you have to make a decision if you are going to let something bad in your life, if it happens, or you're going to let it destroy your life, or you're going to let it be a turning point in your life where you get your stuff together. I would say about 80, 90% of people, if something bad happens in their life, they will let it ultimately rock them for months and months and months, and they won't use that as fuel for something to make them better. And so we need to make a clear introspection of our lives today. We need to make a clear introspection of exactly who we want to be, what we're going to do, and how we're going to become successful. And once we start making this introspection of our lives, we can start making more money and doing better. Now, I've personally found, and I think a lot of you guys will find if you start organizing your days, and I know this sounds stupid, but just hear me out or do what I say just for a little bit. You'll find a big change. And this is the biggest change that I found of wholesalers that are working 40 hours a week that changed this. They're really doing 80 hours a week of work. And so if you are doing 4 hours a day of wholesaling, but you're running with the, what should I do today? Or I don't know what I should do today type thing, which I think almost a majority of people watching this probably are in this category. I'm not going to call you guys out, but I would say a very large portion of wholesalers are in this camp. If you're waking up and you don't know what to do, there's going to be some problems. I truly believe if you're not scheduling something out, you're stuck, right? Because if your competition's already got their day scheduled out, they're waking up, they know what they got to do, it's over, right? And I'm not telling you, right? And I think this is a big misconception in the wholesaling industry that like you got to get up at 4 a.m. to become a successful wholesaler. I think that's pretty dang stupid. What I mean by that is if you want to get up at 4 a.m., that's great, makes you feel good. But from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 a.m., maybe 8:30, you can't cold call sellers. You can't cold call cash buyers. You can't go to your government office, right? It's pretty stupid. I prefer wholesalers work 9 to 7. I feel like that's the best times to be working, maybe 8 to 7. 7 to 7 if you're a 12-hour work guy. I think 7 to 7 is honestly probably the best shift for wholesaling I've personally found, because you work 12 hours, you get enough quiet time, you can work in the evening, you don't have to go to bed too early, and you can at least get 12 hours in. And there's always about 8 hours, there's about 10 hours of time where you can spend talking to sellers, buyers. Buyers will talk to you at 7 p.m. Sellers will talk to you at 7 p.m. They ain't going to talk to you at 7 a.m. Most of them won't, right? And what I can tell you is schedule your day out. You'll see a big difference. And the biggest part is those 4 hours you spend on what should I do? You're scrambling. You're unorganized. You know what you're doing. You're usually doing the wrong thing. You're not efficient. You're non-efficient with what you need to do. You ain't going to end up as successful as somebody that's organized. And so I've statistically found from many wholesalers I've helped, about 2 hours of organized work, of actually knowing where you're going to call, who you're going to call, and all these things, you're about double the efficiency. And so 2 hours of actually knowing what you got to do, having a to-do list and all these things, you're going to do double the work. And so if you're a guy that wants to work 12 hours a day, if you're organized throughout that day, you're putting 24 hours of work in 12 hours. It's insane. And when you're running around not knowing what to do, you're stuck. And I found this is the secret for the guys and gals out here that have full-time jobs that can only work 3 or 4 hours a day of wholesaling. Turn those 3 hours into 6 hours of work by being efficient, knowing what to do, and planning your day out accordingly. I know it's not this is the non-sexy part I can tell you today, but it's the part that will actually get you results. And in wholesaling real estate, especially when I talk to you guys, I make it an effort to not tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. And this is something you want to hear. This isn't something that's going to get you 2 views, or a lot of people want to watch that. I don't care. It's something that's actually going to make you successful. And I'll take people actually getting their first deal over people liking and subscribing to the channel here, right? I'd rather actually get results than people actually liking what I have to say. Just being honest. And so let's kind of go over this. If you're in wholesaling real estate right now, you want to make money quick. You want to start making more money. You want to do good. Let's talk about this, right? Let's really have a full conversation right now about the 3 quickest ways to make money without doing any more deals or doing any more marketing. There's a lot of wholesalers watching this that are curious. They want to know what the secrets, what do I have to say? What do I have to do? And there's honestly, I've thought about it very hard and long this weekend of exactly what can you do to make more money without doing any more deals or revenue or sorry, how to make more revenue without any more work. And there's 3 classic ways. And the 3 ways you're probably not thinking about, but the 3 ways to actually get results. Number 1, this is super important. Make more scary, really lowball offers. What I mean by this is make an offer that makes it pee your pants. If you will do that, you will make more money wholesaling. This is the classic fact of wholesaling real estate. If you'll make offers that scare you to death, you'll make more money wholesaling. But here's the problem. A lot of guys get real comfortable making regular ball offers. Making regular offers just going to get you regular results. You're watching this video not to get regular results. You're watching this video to get exceptional results, extraordinary results, right? Like I've said before, words are important. Think of the word extraordinary, extraordinary. If you want to become extraordinary, you have to do what is above the ordinary things. And so if an ordinary wholesaler is going to give an ordinary offer, what we're going to do instead is give extraordinary offers that are extraordinarily low. You'll make more money. I promise you this. And if you know exactly what to say when you make a really lowball offer and the seller doesn't say no, but maybe they'll kind of go around us and be like, I can't do this. You can negotiate still and save the deal if you use the right scripts that I'm going to tell you right now. So if you make extra scary lowball offers, you'll make more money per deal. This is a classic fact of wholesaling real estate. Lower offers, more money per deal. Easy, right? Guys, it is easier to go from making it's easier to go from doing a $10,000 wholesaling real estate deal to a $20,000 wholesaling deal. It's easier to go to make 10K on a deal and then on the next deal make 20K than it is just to do 2 $10,000 deals. Let me say this one more time. It's easier to do one $20,000 deal than it is to do 2 $10,000 deals. Those are 2 sellers, 2 walkthroughs, 2 cash buyers, 2 title companies, double the chances of something bad happening, right? A $50,000 deal and a $5,000 deal are $45,000 apart, but they're the same amount of work. It's crazy, but it's true. So think about that for a second. Really think about that hard, okay? You're telling me if I just double my revenue, I can do less deals? Yeah, I know it's all crazy. It's true. So focus on doing a $20,000 deal, not 2 $10,000 deals. And the number one thing I can look at anyone's business is you just got to make lower offers. You never know, right? And everyone loves me cold calling Zillow for sale by owners live on the channel here. And one of my favorite parts about doing it is I will offer straight up to anyone $150,000 reduction on their deal, right? It'll be listed for $350,000. I'll offer $250,000. And people gasp, oh my gosh, he's offering that low? And guess what their next gasp is? Oh my gosh, they took it. Yeah, duh, they took it. Come on. Why do you think they took it? Tell me. Because they met my criteria, right? They were listed for over 100 days. They actually needed to sell the property. They had the motivation in place. And I was the only guy calling them in like a month. Duh, they took my offer. Duh, I got the wholesaling deal. Duh, I made money on the deal. It's easier to do one $20,000 deal than it is to do 2 $10,000 deals. Says, why? You got to stop listening to these gurus that said, oh, I closed 30 deals this week. I closed 30 deals this month. Blah. I made $5K a deal. And I paid about half of that to my acquisition staff. Then another 20% to my disposition side. Then I have 14 partners. And then, yeah, I did spend $100K this month in marketing. And I only netted about $4,000 to myself. But yeah, man, I'm killing it. Bruh. Right? You know, there's a day I'll spill these guru secrets, but like, if you look at most wholesaling real estate companies, right, especially the guru ran ones that are just kind of funnels to sell coaching, they're netting 10% margins, and then they got like 6 partners. The cheap ones have 3 partners. There's always 2 partners and a silent guy, and they're like the 4th guy. So they split that. So if they're bragging about making $1 million in revenue for the year, they give half that up. Yeah, they probably they'll give 70%. That's $300K. They divide that by 4. It's like $125 they get each. And the guy's making $125K. And that's the guy you're listening to. It's crazy. You got to be efficient with your business. And the first part of efficiency is just making more per deal. And so this is why I've always been on especially my wholesaling real estate business. Let's not talking about the JV deals, because yes, those JV deals are 5, 6, 7K pops. 12, 15, 25K, hopefully on like the good ones. But like, that's not how my regular wholesaling operations, we're trying to make 20K plus a wholesaling deal, right? I'm not here to run this little rinky-dink business. Okay. You're not watching this to run a little rinky-dink wholesaling operation, right? So I'm not actually making money. Heck, even if it's one 20K deal a month for 12 months, that's 250K, 240K a year. You're making more than most of these gurus, right? It's crazy to me. I ain't here to go talk about no guru, but it's crazy to me. And so it is easier to do this. Now, you guys have to stop being scared to make super low ball offers. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's really uncomfortable to make a really low offer. Trust me. I've been there starting out. I have been there. But I will tell you, it is way more uncomfortable to go back to a seller and say, I need a price reduction, even though I told you I can do this price, than it is to just give a low ball offer. For example, let's do a thought experiment, if you will. Is it more uncomfortable to go, hey, Mr. Seller, I know you want to sell for 150, but I talked to my partner, Rick, about this, and you know, I know you want to do 150 here, but he told me he has to be closer to 90,000 on this. And then negotiate from there, right? Versus saying, oh, okay, we can do 130. Locking it up. He's excited. He's all packed up. You call him back, say, oh, we actually have to be at 90,000. Huh? What do you mean? You gave me your word. What is a more uncomfortable call? It is way more uncomfortable to do it on the back end and potentially lose the deal than it is doing it from the front. Because you have a better chance of losing the deal. And just those low ball offers, they're easier to do on the front end than they're ever to do on the back end. Because once you get that offer out, they're more inclined to that price. They're more stuck to it. And you're going to do less deals by doing it the other way around. And so stop being a scared little baby about making low ball offers. You're just saying numbers. They're just saying numbers, man. And if you use the way where if you say, oh, I can't do 90,000. Hey, Chuck, that was Rick. He's crazy on his prices. Hey, he's crazy. Use the good cop, bad cop script. Literally, what it just says the good cop, bad cop script. Hey, I was talking to my partner Rick on this, and he told me we had to be around $90,000 to buy this. What are they going to do? Try to punch me? No, that's never happened. Okay? I can never do that. That's crazy. It is not, I promise you, it is not crazy. Okay? It's the least from crazy. Because if you do this, you'll actually get lower offers and get more deals. And so if you have a rule of thumb right now, you want to make more money per deal in wholesaling, go for an LAO. Everyone focused on MAO, max allowable offer. At Flip with Rick, we only teach about one thing, least allowable offer. So if you go to freewholesaling.com, you're going to see that. You're going to be like, well, what in the world is Least allowable offer. That's a weird thing to say. That's a weird term. What is LAO? LAO is least allowable offer, not MAO. MAO is the max you can allow in a deal. So just a rule of thumb, calculate your MAO, whatever it is, and then just multiply that by 70%. So take 30% off. So if your max allowable offer is 100K, your least allowable offer should be at minimum $70,000. And that should your initial offer has to be bare minimum without even a thought in the world, 70 grand. Think about that for a second. It's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Yeah. I'm talking about this right now. LAO, $70,000. And if you follow that rule, you'll start making lower offers. And once y'all crazy guys and gals start making lower offers, you'll start making more deals. You'll post a check, say, wow, I made 40 grand. It's crazy. I guess some of the things Zach says is actually right. Duh. Number 2 here, find more buyers. This is another simple concept, but this is a concept that actually works. This is a concept that actually will make you a ton of money, and a concept that weirdly does get results. And pretty much the premise of this is the more cash buyers you have, the more bids you can get with your seller, with your deal with the seller, the more bids quote, or the more people looking at it, more eyeballs, the more money you'll get on the highest bid. Because if I got 2 people looking at my deal, one guy's at 80, one guy's at 90, and I locked up for 70, that's good. What if a guy who is at 80, a guy at 90, a guy at 60, a guy at 50, a guy at 100, right? You're statistically going to find more big, higher bids when you have more people. Now, generally, most buyers are in a agreed upon range, right? Like this low range. Like on the bottom tier, it's about 70. On the top tier, it's about 100. And usually they're all in between. You'll find buyers on the higher end all the time by just having more of them, right? There's landlord buyers, they'll pay a certain amount for a deal. There are flipper buyers, and there's land banking buyers and end buyers and all these things, right? But what I've statistically found here is the more cash buyers you have, the more money you're going to make on the wholesaling deal. Crazy concept. I know it's nuts, but the saddest part I found with wholesalers is they'll get deals locked up and they'll just sell to the first buyer that wants to buy it. They don't even think about it. And they're leaving potentially on some of these deals, 10, 15 grand on the table, and you're doing one of those a month. You're leaving 130, 140, up to 150 grand a year by just getting more buyers. And for some people, like you can go from making 100K to $250,000 by just getting more buyers. And it makes me cry sometimes seeing 17, 18, 19-year-olds doing this, and they have 1, 2 buyers at most, when they could just double the amount of money they're making in wholesaling by just doing this simple, easy thing. It's kind of depressing to me. I'll sit in a corner and cry about it all day. Not really. But the reason I'm making this video is I'm trying to scream to the guys out here that are trying to make more money, get more buyers. Okay. So more cash buyers won't magically sell you a wholesaling real estate deal as bad. But if you have a good deal, it will make you more money per deal. Okay. You still have to have a good deal. And then probably last and most importantly, for the guys or gals out here that haven't done a wholesaling deal, right? You got to start cleaning up your marketing. And what I mean by this is clean up your marketing. All right. So clean up exactly the way you are wholesaling. And what I mean by this is you have to start going out here and cleaning up exactly your wholesaling business. All right. Especially on the marketing side, right? A lot of you guys are very inefficient. You're doing the wrong things, and we got to switch it up a little bit. And what I mean by this is, first and foremost, are you texting, calling, drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars, the right lists? A lot of you guys out here are doing lists that make you feel good or easy to pull, but they're really not the right lists. Okay. They're really actually not the right list for us to be doing. See a lot of wholesalers doing this. You guys start doing lists that actually get results. All right. Are you reverse drawing for dollars, or are you trying to cold call a regular high equity list, right? There's big differences, right? Are you using the right skip tracing, getting the right data or not, right? You go to wholesaling.com, it's all in there, literally show you exactly how to do it, right? Are you marketing at the right time? I think this is a very important concept. and a concept I don't think a lot of wholesalers are really focusing on or doing. But are you doing the right times? If you're cold calling, you should be cold calling from 5 to 7 p.m. wherever you're at. Like wherever, if you're calling in Idaho, make sure it's 5 to 7 p.m. their time in Idaho, right? 5 to 7 p.m. are what I call the magic numbers in wholesaling real estate, right? The magic time. This is the time where you have the highest response rates, the highest amount of people picking up, and the highest chance of you getting a wholesaling deal, right? Like, remember what we're saying about being efficient and effective with your time? If you're cold calling, make sure your cold calling is at this time. Heck, if you don't even cold call, make sure you're texting at this time. If you want to text somebody and actually get some results, you have to text them during this time. You have to call them during this time. These are the best hours when it comes to reaching sellers because they're off of work, they're sitting at home, and you get a wholesaling deal, right? Most people don't know that's the right time. I've experimented. I've done cold calling all hours of the day. I've cold called till 10 p.m. I've cold called at 6 a.m. I've tried it all. 5 to 7 p.m. In the 7+ years of wholesaling real estate, over 2,000 wholesaling deals, most of them come from these magic hours and magic times. Got to be efficient with this, guys. This is how we make money. This is how we become effective. Now, next, for a lot of you guys that get sellers that actually want to sell, are you following up with your hot leads 4 or 5, maybe even 6 times a week? What I mean by this is I don't think a lot of wholesalers watching this are following up with their sellers enough. If you have somebody that wants to sell, follow up with them every day or every other day, like 5 days a week at minimum. Now, I know that seems insane in the brain to say, but it actually works. And you'll find if you have a seller that's like hot, like a hot seller that's like really motivated, they probably got 4 or 5 wholesalers talking to them. You got to get at them in a snap. Okay, I'm not a good snapper, but you got to get to them as soon as possible because speed is everything in this business. And if you do not talk to these sellers the right way, if you don't actually have the speed, you're not going to get wholesaling real estate deals. Speed is everything in this wholesaling real estate business. You got to get to them. You got to talk to them. Heck, a follow-up is simple. It's really as simple as saying, hey, Mr. Seller, hey, just calling up, seeing how's it going, seeing if you're still looking to sell the property. You ready to make a decision on selling it? No, not yet. Okay. Well, if you're, let me know. Just calling, checking up. I have you on my list here of people that are looking to sell. Okay, no big deal. Just call them the next time, right? And you'll find a seller's not going to be mad at you for actually caring. A seller's not going to be mad at you for actually, oh, he just cared about what I had to say. Oh, he actually checking in on me. Oh, I hate that Zach guy. He was checking in with me. No, they're going to like that. And they're going to probably be the first guy that calls you. Or you're going to be the first person they call when they're ready to get rid of the property. Now, it sounds stupid, but when it's the difference between getting extra deals, just following up. This is how you make money, guys. This is how you become effective. It's how you do well. And last but not least, are you marketing in the right zip codes? Are you talking to sellers in the areas where the buyers actually want to buy? I was talking to somebody the other day and really doing a full analysis in their wholesaling business. And what I found with them is they were struggling with this one thing of, yes, they were doing enough of the niche lists, but they had to go more broad, but they couldn't go broad. And they were doing every single government niche possible except for the last niche and the niche that ultimately helped them out. And I give this advice to a lot of other people. But if you niche out your zip codes, and so if you look at your city, right, your city or market, 80% of the cash buyer transactions, 80% of the demand is only going to be in 20% of the city. Certain pockets that flippers can do well, certain pockets where the landlords can make a ton of money on their rentals. 80% of all the demand is only in 20% of the areas. So if you put 100% of your marketing in 100% of the areas of the city, you're going to be kind of spread too thin on the areas nobody really wants to buy. But if you put 100% of your effort on only the 20% that actually work, you're 5xing your results. Heck, 4 hours of cold calling can be 20 hours of effective work, right? 40 hours can be 200 hours, right? 10 hours can be 50 hours. These are the tiny little things that no one talks about, but it's as simple as asking your buyers. Simple. It's a really weird and simple concept. But seriously, ask your buyers, hey, where are you looking to buy? They will tell you. I promise you. They will tell you. They're not scared of this. If they actually are real buyers and they actually have a property they need to sell. The property they want to buy. That's the secret. Actually be in the right areas. Most wholesalers, they're not in the right areas. It's scary. Scary, scary, scary. I'll tell you this. But if you can do this the right way, you can make more money wholesaling real estate. And so if you are brand new and you don't have any wholesaling deals, right? I know a lot of people coming, I came from Instagram and all these things. Go to freewholesaling.com. It's a free real estate wholesaling course where I'll show you step by step how to make money wholesaling real estate. I made a lot of money in this business, and I'm here to teach you to become rich and successful wholesaling houses and making more money by doing it. So, guys, I appreciate this. Let's talk. Let me get some water. Let me answer some questions and see how I can make you a better wholesaler today. Let's see this. There we go. We got Dimitri from Instagram. So I appreciate Dimitri on here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see here. Yeah, so what's Omar asked? Can you explain JV contract? Yep, just go to freewholesaling.com. It should be in there. And good to go. Guys, go to freewholesaling.com. It's all in there. Just saying. Let's see here. All right, let's see what questions. Wiley is saying, is wholesaling going away? This is one of the craziest questions I always get. Some guru talked about the Virginia. Oh, Virginia's banned. Bruh. I went over this law very in detail at the Flip with Rick YouTube channel. Go there if you didn't hear about it. But wholesaling's fine, guys. Stop listening to your broke guru. They didn't read the law. I saw one guy or gal make a post the other day saying, yep, wholesaling is completely banned in Virginia. I'm like, oh my gosh. It actually makes me sad to see gurus outright talk so much crap and not like actually talk to lawyers and legal professionals about this. It's crazy for them to give. I get my advice, but I tell you, go still talk to your title company. Title companies have lawyers. They'll tell you exactly what it means. CEO says, where was the challenge Rick and Zach just advertised and how do I sign up? I missed it. I'm so bummed. I don't know exactly what we're talking about. We had a 7 deals in 7 days challenge in January. That's on one of our playlists. If you're talking about Flipboard Plus, yeah, we did a promotion for the event on there. We shut down Flipboard Plus, not the entire thing, but we're not accepting anymore. I said 24 hours and I gave it 24 hours and we had more people sign up than I wanted to. And I got to keep my word. So I have to expand the event, unfortunately. So yeah, we just shut it down. We can't get any more people in the event right now unless someone, we'll get some refunds on Flipboard Plus. So we'll add more people. So if anyone wanted to join that Flipboard Plus, we did 99 a month on it. We weighed the $400 on it. And then we're like, all right, just come in whenever you want. We got flooded, unfortunately. So I shut it off and I basically said no more. So we did create a wait list for everyone. So I am a first come, first serve basis. If you want to be on the wait list and you are someone that's been on a one-on-one with me, I'm going to start making that a requirement for a lot of people. And you actually want to start becoming successful, not having any lazy bums in Flipboard Plus. You want to come to the event for free, all these things. Heck, do JV deals come from there. But I looked at the amount of deals coming in. I looked at the closings we're going to have this month and I said, okay, we're going to let the JV people in for free. And then if you want to pay to come in, you just go to Flipboard Plus, join the wait list, put your name down. We'll probably let maybe 2 or 3 this week come in. So just see who's on the wait list there. and we'll go from there. Um, the wait list is at like it's pretty deep. So unfortunately, we're only going to let people in very very slowly now. Just too many people wanting to join, and so we're going to start qualifying more people in there that actually can put the effort, want to participate, things like that. So yes, if you wanted to join Flipbook Plus, we do have an event. If you're in Flipbook Plus, you get go to the event for free, 2 events a year. These events cost me almost 6 figures to run. And so, yeah, it's crazy. And so, waitlist, go to Flipbook Plus. But I'm going to stop talking about that because I really, smaller waitlist, the better for the people on there. So, yeah, that's all I can say. So let's get rid of that. All right. So let's talk. Let's go here. Matthew says, can't have extraordinary without giving extra 100%, man. Omar says you got the, yeah, I got the Guru's wives in my DMs. I do it. I gave the last Flipbook Plus event I did. I was no cameras. Some people wanted some info, and I gave more info about it. I won't talk about it too much, but I got a vault, and I've said a lot. I've said this a lot, but I got a vault. I got the info. I got USBs. I got some interesting things. I had another guy message me the other day, and we've been going back and forth. I'm not going to be no CoffeeZilla type guy, but there's this scam that actually happened in wholesaling about a couple of years ago, and it's coming to fruition now. I can't say that. Let's just say in the nicest way possible, because it's my personal channel, I can say it here. Somebody scammed thousands of people, and something big's coming up. That's all I can say for them. And so I don't know if I say this, you're going to know it. Let's just say there's some people on the run. All right, that's the nicest way I could say it. There's some people on the run now. They took the money and run. Right, with that song, took the money and run. That's what they did. And so 2024 is going to be an interesting year to be a guru. That's all I could say. Oh boy, I got to shut myself up. All right, but hey, if you got any information about, if you know what I'm talking about, go message me. Love seeing receipts. Love seeing that stuff. I put in the vault and I wait for things to happen. Unique says, Zach, I'm in Houston. I'm pulling government lists and it's getting pretty tough. Should I switch markets? Unique, no. Just because it's hard to pull a government list doesn't mean you should quit. This is some of the craziest advice I've heard. If it's hard to get a government list, then keep going. The harder it is to get the list, the better the list is. But Houston, Texas is not hard to get these government lists compared to other places. So I wouldn't be too worried. So Philip Norris has a good question. He says here, what if you can't find cash buyers for your deal? Well, finding cash buyers is pretty simple, right? Number one, you can go on Facebook groups. That's a great way to find cash buyers right now. Just in freeholsing.com, we have a little simple script that basically says, hey, we're looking to sell real estate deals at deep discounts. Let me know if you want to buy any. You'll get 30 or 40 on a post there. You can scrape Facebook group data, which we teach at freeholsing.com how to do. Number two, you can cold call the for rents on Zillow. And then number three, we can actually go out here and cold call the cash sales. I've done some lives this year about it, and it's definitely an amazing strategy where you can actually go out here and cold call motivated you can cold call motivated cash buyers. Literally, you can pull lists on like dmzac.com, listarea.com, zacdata.com, and you just get a list of cash sales. And all you basically do is say, hey, did you buy 123 Main Avenue last month for cash? Yeah. Are you looking to buy any more? I'm a wholesaler. Like, that's as complicated of a conversation you're going to have. Like, that's your crazy complicated conversation. You'll make a ton of money doing this. It's insane to me that people aren't doing this. They want to make more money wholesaling. It's nuts. Brandon said, I saw a property today while drying for dollars, almost completely burnt to the ground. Can a property that damage be good to wholesale? Yep. Even if you got to knock it down, there's always land buyers. There's always people doing it. Do buyers get offended when you ask for a proof of funds? Not the ones that actually have the money. Talking to a broke 17-year-old that claims to be a buyer? Yeah. Yeah. They're going to be upset. But guess what? They actually have the funds. You're good to go. One thing, too, some people don't want to send a proof of funds. One thing I do instead is I say, okay, well, just give me the last 3 properties you bought for cash. Give me the addresses. I'll look up the owners and just say, oh, I don't have time for a proof of funds. Okay. Well, just send me the last 3 houses you bought for cash. I'll look it up on public record. Well, yeah, no, you didn't. You didn't. Your guru signed it because your guru actually bought it, not you. A lot of fake buyers. There's gurus teaching you how to be a fake buyer. It's ridiculous to me. It is. It's insane to me. Let's see here. What about zip codes that have less cash transactions but has a high population of 30, 40,000? See, Carrie, we're asking if that's going to be a hot area or not. The honest truth here is ask the buyer if they want to buy it. That's the best way to find it's a hot area, right? If you ask 100 buyers, they will give you a pool of where they want to buy. Now, guessing what a hot area is or not, it works a good amount of the time, but asking where the buyers want to buy, statistically, if they're buying 15 houses a year, they're not dumb guys or gals, right? They're pretty smart, and they're doing areas that actually get results in wholesaling. So I would definitely say focus really, really hard, okay, on where the buyers want to buy. It's going to be a big difference you're going to see here in wholesaling. Let's see here. Ivan says, are we making our fee with the seller or with the buyer? You're technically making the fee with the buyer. Remember, if I lock up a deal for $100,000 and I sell it to a cash buyer for $135,000, cash buyer at closing gives $135,000 to the title company. $100,000 goes to the seller and $35,000 goes to us. Again, if I lock it for 100, sell it for 135. Cash buyer gives $135,000 to the title company. 100K goes to seller, 35K goes to us. Technically, the money goes from the buyer. That 35K income goes from the buyer's account into our account. But here's the kicker: when cash buyers do this, they try to make money. This is a shocking concept, but we actually want our cash buyers to make money here. Once they make money, we make money. Simple as that. Let's see here. Unique says she's doing everything right, but she can't consistently get wholesaling deals. Unique, here is a streamer link. I want to talk to you. Here's my streamer link. Hop on, have a conversation. If you want to get help, if you actually want to get results, go do it. All righty. I'm getting asked, do you know this guy? Do you know this guy? I don't know any of these guys. Never talked to him in my life. Don't really care. Maybe. Marvin.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm blessed. How are you, man?
I'm good, thanks. I'm blessed too. I had a few questions. I was wondering if you have any experience on building lists on Deal Machine.
Oh yeah. What questions you got?
How accurate are the lists, and do you think that's a good source compared to PropStream?
Um, I think it's a good source compared to it. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be like, oh, it's so much worse. But I'll tell you, PropStream, when it comes to like quality of data, them and
Hmm.
ZachData.com, so Batch and PropStream are pretty much as top tiers you can get. Deal
Right.
Machine's really been creeping up lately. Um, it really depends on your bang for your buck and everything you want to do. Um, if you're not running a crazy big operation, probably DMZag.com is probably one of the best ways for you just to do it all in one.
Yeah, I mean, also for the anybody that's listening, I made a suggestion to the team at dmzac.com,
Mhm.
and they actually increased my export to $30,000, 30,000 leads from 10.
Oh, I've been telling him to do that forever.
Yeah, and they also cut my cost from 150 to $75 for the next 3 months.
Really?
Just for making a suggestion.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, that's amazing. That was great. So yeah, I've been using them mostly. Um, so I didn't want to add PropStream onto it for now because they just gave me a great deal, and you know they've been great. But yeah, what do you think about the Virginia law and when it comes to double closing? Because I actually just had my first deal done in Oregon. I was trying to
Congrats.
double close. Thank you very
We're in
much.
Oregon.
Salem.
Salem. Okay. What were the numbers on that? I'm just curious. Like the ARV. Don't tell me the whole like where and everything. Like where are the numbers looking like on a deal in Salem?
It was I locked it up for 125 and sold it for 155.
That's low, man.
That's low.
That's pretty good, man. So a lot of
Oh,
people in Fieldwork Plus are in Oregon, and I'm like, they're all getting deals in like Medford,
yeah.
and like all ask me about Salem. Like, like I think I've only done a couple JV deals in Salem, and yeah, I was kind of not knowing what I was doing. Like Oregon's not like a big market for us, but
Hmm.
like I'm seeing a lot of people send me deals in Oregon, man. So I'm trying to say, like, could be next pop in place, man. There's some like I've said on the West Coast, if there's a population high enough and a lower ARV, there's money to be made, man.
Yeah, the reason I'm doing Oregon mostly is because I'm on the East Coast, and my the best times for me to call is around 7 our time,
Mhm.
7 to 10, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., which is 4 to 6 or 4 to 7 over there. That's why I
Perfect.
do Oregon. Yeah.
There we go. We're making money. So how can
But
I
yeah,
help you out
so
here? Is just
I
pulling
was
lists? Like what are we doing here? Let's make some more deals.
I was trying to do a transaction, so I was trying to do a double close because it was 30,000, you know,
Woo!
and but the title company told me that in order for me to do a double close, I would need transactional funding, or I would actually have to come up with the money myself.
Hmm.
So I was just wondering how it relates to Virginia law, because the Virginia situation is a hot topic right now.
Why is that a problem?
Do the Virginia title companies require you to come up with the money yourself when you do the
Oh,
double
so you're doing
closing?
the deal in Virginia?
No, no, the deal is in Oregon, and that deal is already done. But I'm just asking in general about the Virginia situation.
Did you
Maybe I
watch my
wanna.
video
I
on it
did
on
watch
Swift
your.
Quick?
Yeah, I watched your video.
What was your conclusion?
My conclusion is that there are a lot of loopholes, but you didn't really touch upon the transactional funding situation, whether or not the title company requires you to actually come up with the money yourself, because
Are you
that's
ready
what
for this?
happened to me in Oregon.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah,
Is it legal for you to use the buyer's funds for transactional funding and do a double, what they call, quote, double closing and escrow?
yeah,
Is it
it's
legal
legal,
to do?
most likely, yeah, but it just depends on the title company if they do it.
You just answer your own question. It's legal to do, which means the only way someone's going to say no is if they just don't want to.
Okay, so you got to find the right title company,
You
basically.
got to find the right title company to do it.
Okay,
And so, even in wholesaling, man, there's title company wholesaling's legal, but there's title companies that just won't do a wholesaling transaction, even though it's legal. And
right.
that's okay. Just got to find the right one. Same thing. So just say, do you guys do double closings in escrow or do a double closing in escrow? Huh? What does that mean? Well, what I'll do is I'll do a double closing, except I'm going to use the buyer's funds for my transactional funding. The buyer's okay with this, and they're completely in agreement with this. I know
Hmm.
it's legal in the state of Virginia to do. I'm just asking if you can do this.
Okay.
Oh, we got to talk to our lawyer about that. Oh, yeah, it's legal. Go ahead. This
Okay.
is not law
Perfect.
advice, by the way. Talk to the lawyers at the title company.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
But
And
you'll
yeah.
find that.
Go ahead.
No,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you'll find lawyer. Here's the thing: you ask 10 lawyers about something, 10 of them are going to give you 10 different opinions because they're lawyers,
Right.
and lawyers are wrong 50% of the time. You know that. So you just got to find a lawyer that's okay with it. But like, it's all in the law, man. You're good to go.
Okay. Yeah. And then the last thing or last two things is I have about a 12% connect rate on Batch Dialer for the last month. What do you think about that?
I mean, not the best, man. We want to be closer to 15, 20%,
Hmm.
especially calling during those times. You're using the dmzac.com unlimited skip tracing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you calling your own numbers to check if they're spam?
Actually change my numbers every month. Yeah.
Were they coming up as spam?
Some sometimes they come up as spam before the 1 month ends. So yeah, I get people telling me that your number came up as spam. So I changed them.
One thing I want you to do, and this is something I've always found to know if it's spam or not, is not even call my own phone, which I used to do a lot. Figure out a general like baseline for what a fresh number gets,
Mhm.
probably 15, 17%. Then once it
Mhm.
starts dropping to 11, you know it's spam instantly. If you
Okay.
keep the quality of skip tracing the same, you'll know.
Okay. So 12 is too low.
I'd say 12 is too. I mean, what list is this going to be?
I mean, there's different lists. I got the vacant, tied landlords. I mean, just so for this
Our
conversation,
landlord I mean, we're arguing over 3, 4, 5%, right? There are areas where it's going to be 12%.
right?
I mean, 12% should be like Phoenix, Arizona type levels. Salem's not going to be hit too crazy, man. That's my problem. So yeah, I'd like to increase it, but honestly, at 12, like I'm not gonna cry over it. You'd still do well with that.
Right.
So I would say keep it. I don't think it's a quality issue with tmzac.com at all. I've never found an issue with that.
Okay. And then my last question, you know, second last question will be: at what point do you recommend like recalling a list? So, for example, Salem, if I call her a vacant list, and I ran through the DMs Act, I run through the other services, whatever they're out there, and I have about 500-600 contacts. I run through them. Should I call them again in a month or two, even though they told me they're not interested, they don't want to sell, or like, what's your recommendation on that?
A regular paid list, I'd run through it every other month, not every month. It's better to call fresh data than it is to call data you already called last month.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's an unlimited amount of leads for us to do, man. Right? You got the evictions, which are going to be really good for Oregon, right? Even though they don't really go through them, just the people that are upset with the evictions. You
Yeah.
have fire damage properties, water shut up, just generally a hard list to get. Then, heck, if you're running out of lists, just do general high equity on low ARV housing or ARV housing that like your buyers want.
Hmm.
There's You'll get thousands, man, and you won't end up like running out of data.
Okay. Yeah. I remember the interview you had with, I think her name was Val, the one
Who?
from, her name was Val. She was from Washington,
Okay.
and she was saying that she only goes to like very highly motivated people, 20-year plus owned, and she was
Hmm.
making a bunch of money. So I was kind of trying to focus on like highly motivated people. I don't really do like the 3+ years. I try to do the 10, 15 years or more.
I would do. I mean, 5 would be the
Okay.
most I would do.
Okay.
5,
Okay.
especially with high
Yeah.
equity. 'Cause you want to get some. You're not getting no probates in those, man. Right? It's not
Yeah.
like you're only calling an hour a day, man. So I'd be increasing that data. I mean, 15, 20 works, but if you're talking to somebody from Washington State, which I think I know you're talking about, was it a younger girl?
Yeah. She's on
Okay,
TikTok and
yeah,
everything. She was on your show.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, she's in Seattle, man. Like, competition's a little different. and there's not 1.2 million houses in your market.
Right.
Just different populations, right? Now, if we're doing Phoenix, yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about it in Fort Lauderdale. We can talk about it in Boston. This is Salem, man, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to move up. Like, if I run out of leads in Salem, I try to move up all the way to Portland or Medford or Roseburg, or I'm
Yeah.
trying to be, I try to get as many leads as possible. So I try to be flexible as well. And if I have to go up to Washington, I would go up to Washington.
Okay. I would increase the high equity. I just do a general high equity versus start moving all over the board. That's
Hmm.
just what I would do. I mean, to each their own.
Right. And then what do you think about the land? Like, I see a lot of people posting like crazy checks on your
Oh yeah,
wholesaling Facebook group on land. Like, they make
that's great,
50K.
man.
Like, they make crazy money, bro.
I know.
Like, it seems like land is making more money than houses.
Who told you that?
That's what it seems like. Like, based on the checks that people are posting in your group, in your Facebook group.
Really? You think there's
Yeah.
more land checks than there are wholesaling houses checks in my Facebook group?
No, I think that there are people making more money on land compared to, there's a difference. Like, there could be 100 people making money on houses, but there are 5 people making crazy amounts of money on land.
Name five. Can you name five guys making over $500,000 wholesaling vacant land?
There was a guy who was on
A
your
guy.
live. Yeah, I mean, there were two
That's
guys on
one.
your live.
It's
Yeah,
two. Okay,
two,
three more. Three more.
two out of 5.
Three more. Give me three more.
Uh, I don't have 3 more.
I can give
I
you
got 2 out
five
of 5.
doing houses. I can do five doing houses. It'll take me 5 seconds to pull it up. I can give you 20 right now. I can look these people up, right?
Go ahead.
I go ahead.
Yeah, tell me the 5.
If you can't name five, I'll name five. All right, we'll do Zach Ginn. We'll do. Let's just go on the. Let me just see what I interviewed.
So I got Michael
Did I say
Roberts.
500,000? Yeah, I said 500,000, right? All right, we'll do me, Rick Ginn. We'll do
Ah,
Jason
come on,
Ellis. We'll
you guys
do
don't count.
Bill Nicholson. We'll do Vana. We'll do. I'm just looking. Uh, Ivan right here. He was pretty good. David and Jonathan, 500K Tennessee. La, 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 la. Rob Bender, he's doing about 60 deals a year. I mean, dude, I can go down the line here. And I mean, what was David's last name? David Odemchuk, 172 grand in 3 months, virtually in Miami. Joel Foza, 120K a month. Like I'm just the problem here, man, is like I know it sounds like more guys are making more money in land just because it's what you're thinking about in your mind. Way more guys making more money in houses. It's just the
Okay,
stats, man.
so
The
it's
fact
gonna
you
take
can't
the
name more
houses.
than two shows.
No, I mean, I'm also not like an expert like you. Like, I don't
I
know.
can't name I can't name 10 guys making 100K a month just only doing land. I got like 3 or 4. I probably got 5 in my head.
Exactly. So they're making good money, right?
Yeah,
But it's
go
not.
do it.
I'm. I
I've
don't
interviewed
know.
most of them.
I've been following your channel
Oh,
for a very
sorry,
long time.
myself. You can add me on the land too. I made over 500,000 last year on land.
Okay, see, so that's
Three,
6.
three.
You and Rick, so that's 7.
We go.
No, but yeah, no, I've been following your channel for a very long time, and you taught me a lot, and Rick taught me a lot. So, but yeah, I'm
Land's
just
good,
trying
man.
to.
The reason I'm saying this is if you just get just down to land, that's
Hmm.
fine. But I will tell you, land is something. It is a list. It is not the whole enchilada. Okay, it's like making
Right.
French fries a whole meal. It's good to add on to the meal, it ain't the whole meal, bro.
Hmm.
You're gonna get hungry. Land's a slow game, man.
But it's not gonna feed you like houses.
Yeah, but you can make it a land list, man. Like land is all about buyers, bro. It's all about liar. It's all about cash buyers.
Yeah. And I figure like land is mostly like hedge funds and big companies, right?
No,
No?
no. Buyers
Yeah,
and builders are the biggest land people for us.
yeah, I don't know much about land, but
Did you watch the
that's
whole
what my,
podcast I did with this one guy about land?
you mean the guy in Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
What
I
did he
follow
say?
him. I see him. I see him posting checks. Like he posted 4 checks in January,
Hmm.
30K each.
Who do you
So he
think he
made
learned
like,
land from?
huh?
Who do you think he learned land from?
What do I think? What
Who do you think he learned how to wholesale land from?
from you? He told me. He told the everybody.
So do it. He learned from me. Learn from me too. I'm telling you what to do. Find land buyers, builders, find
Yeah,
builders,
yeah, yeah.
see where they want to buy, then go after there. Infill lots are probably your best bet in Salem. And get a list from dmzach.com, get the phone numbers, call them up. It's
Gotcha.
simple, man.
Yeah, you just got to keep going. And what do you think about 200 contacts a week? That's not enough, right?
Depends on the list. Contacts, hellos. I mean, 200 is pretty good, I would say. Like hellos, it's
Yeah,
not
it's
bad.
mostly hellos. Like it's like an hour or two a day.
Yeah, 200 for 10 hours a day is pretty good. I would say about 200 a day, you said, or a week?
No, a week.
Yeah, 200,
Hellos,
almost a
not
thousand a
calls.
month. That's not bad. You got the right list. I'm not upset at that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also trying to get government lists from Salem. Right now, I'm actually in the process. They want to charge like $25 for a list for a code violation. So I'm working on that. I think by
Okay.
Monday, by tomorrow, they should be giving me an answer. But yeah, yeah, still working, still working.
Okay. I'm just
But yeah,
saying, man.
that
Go do
thirty
land,
thousand
man.
dollar deal just it's all up to you and Rick. You guys made that happen for me.
Go do it, man. I got buyers for land. Hit me
All
up.
right, I got you. Thank you.
Land's easy when you got the buyers. Land's hard. Any Joe Schmo and cold call a list of land, get it locked up and say, "Oh, what do I do?" That's
Right.
the problem.
Yeah.
Heck, I had a guy in, I had Aaron, in Flipbook Plus. He got this stupid 7 acres in Arizona. He's like, "Oh, what do I do?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, this isn't the easy part. Locking the deal up's the easy part. It's finding the buyers." And he grinded it out. He made 25K on that deal, right? Just doing
How long?
land.
How long did
So
it take him to find a buyer?
I think it took him like 2 or 3 weeks. But he's a trained killer. He knows what he's doing.
But
So
that's a
like,
long time.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
was 7 acres in the middle of nowhere in Arizona. He
yeah,
did pretty good, I think.
yeah, he did good.
That's not an easy. That's not an easy place to do it, man. Middle of nowhere in the desert. So, but like, he doesn't only do land. Like that 20 grand will make him look better. I ain't gonna do the
Hmm.
whole enchilada for him.
Mm.
So go after it, man. You got this.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
going to keep pushing. Yeah, thank you. That
All right,
30K, like I said, it's all up to you and Rick. I appreciate it. It took me 6 months to get my first deal.
dude. Congratulations, man. Proud of you.
And and I don't know if you remember, I was the guy crying in December on your show. I was the guy
Crying?
who came. Yeah, kind of not crying literally, but like I said, I don't have enough time. I have a kid. I have this. I have that. And you
Oh yeah,
told
you're in
me
New York.
I am in New York.
Yeah, I remember you.
Yeah, that's me.
There we go. You know what? I threw
And
you in the river and you swam back. Some of y'all drowned.
yeah,
But
no, but I appreciate it. And sometimes I gotta be honest. Sometimes people need that. People need people like you because you tell how it is. Stop
I remember you
crying.
said, "Oh, I gotta wake up in the morning," or the baby. I'm like, "Get some deals."
Exactly.
Here's the
Stop
thing, man.
crying. Do it.
You don't find a way until you have to find a way. That's how men work.
Exactly. And
And
you
you
made
found a
it
way.
thanks to you.
Here we go. You drowned your excuses and you survived. I'm proud of you, man. I forgot about that. Good times, man. No,
Oh
that's
man.
good.
All right.
For every 10 of those, one guy gets a deal. because they all usually give up. So I'm proud of you, man. I like to see that. Makes my day.
I
I'm gonna start working about that.
yeah, tell Rick and
Oh, Aaron said 36 acres had a buyer in 2 weeks. Never mind. There we go.
but yeah, tell Rick and you guys take care and have a good one. And everybody, listen to Zach. He's a great teacher. Even if he knocks you, around your head, that's fine.
What did I
He
tell you,
knows what he's
Marvin?
doing.
I don't tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear.
Exactly. And you did the right thing. I appreciate it.
Proud of you, man. Keep it up.
Take care.
Woo! I forgot about that, man. I laid it into him once. He was making all these excuses. I'm like, dude, you just got to do it. And hey, he did it. Proud of him. There's Unique. What is up?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
I'm on my girlfriend's YouTube, her YouTube page. But yeah, how you doing,
Good. What is your name then?
Elijah?
Elijah? Hello,
Yeah,
Elijah.
how's it going?
I'm doing good. So let's talk. I asked you to pull up on here. What's your problem? Okay. In Houston.
All right. So I had seen a video you had did a couple. I think it was a month ago. You had like a seminar or something. You were doing something, but you were talking about Houston, like the ratio of wholesalers to the population is like bad, or you were saying something like that. But I was just looking at that. But my problem right now is I've closed like so far about like 5 deals in Houston.
Go.
But I mean, it's never enough. I need to. I feel like I need to close more deals like monthly. Like I need to have. It's never enough for me. I don't know how everybody else is, but right now I'm kind of stagnant, kind of lethargic with my leads. I've been doing everything right though, pulling the government list. I do the COVA. I've never used PropStream or any pay software. I only use like how you explain the government list and the tax delinquent list, and right those have been the most effective for me. But right now it's kind of been like on a standstill. I mean, of course, I have leads in a pipeline, like high leads. I have my warm leads. I follow up with them like every day, and then like the schedule you put in place. That's what I follow. I do like 4 to 5 hours calling, SMS, and then I follow up with my high leads, warm leads, and then I follow up with my buyers. And I do that every day. And right now it's kind of getting stagnant. I don't know if it's the market that I'm in, or what do you think?
If I didn't know five guys in Houston making 100K a month, I would tell you it's your market, but I do. Okay. So I don't think it's the market, man. There's plenty of guys making money. Let's kind of look at the data here. So you're cold calling 5 hours a day, you said?
Yeah, well, the days I don't work. So
Okay, I
I
get it.
work 3 days out the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's when I dial. Like I wake up at like 10, do my routine, marketing, follow ups, buyers, and that's what I do for the 4 days.
Do you work nights?
No, I don't work nights. I work like 5 a.m. to like 5 p.m.
Okay. Why are you waking up at 10 then?
What do you mean? Like on when I work? Oh, because I go to the gym in the morning and I eat, and then I don't wake up at 10, but I wake up like at 8, and then I go to the gym, eat, walk the dog, and then by the time I'm done with that, it's like 9:30, 10.
Okay. That's not terrible, man. I mean, so let's just look at your numbers here. So your last 5 deals, don't tell me where. What would get shot?
No, 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 it's my phone. It's all right.
Jesus Christ. My gosh, man. All right. Lord. All right. So last 5 deals. What was the list and what was the marketing channel?
So it was a combination of code violation and tax delinquent list. My very last deal I did was a tax delinquent list. It was a commercial property in
Numbers, man.
Houston.
5. So are they all those 2 lists?
Yeah, just those two.
Okay. And so are those the only ones you're reaching out to, or are you doing more?
Like lists, yeah, those are the only ones I'm doing. And then I had tried to pull a fire damage list, but a lot of those were like, I don't even know. They were just like like commercial strips and stuff, and they already been repaired like through the damage list. There wasn't that many leads on it though, like 300 or something.
So
But
tax delinquencies and code violations, right?
yeah,
How big is that list?
the
Let's say
co
let's do for this
both.
month.
Wait,
Yes.
which one? The
Both.
code violation list was like 4,000, around 4,000, I believe, and then the
So
tax
whoa, 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 whoa,
delinquent.
whoa, whoa. Let's reverse. Okay, let's slow down there. Those 4,000 code violations, that's for the year, right?
No, that's for the month of December.
I keep bringing in Houston's like the fourth biggest city in the country. Okay, that's ridiculous, man. Do you filter out that data at all?
Yeah, I try to eliminate all the
It's just the
cases.
list then. What's the real list?
What'd you say?
What's the real code violation list then?
What do
After
you
you
mean?
filter out commercial properties and like,
I mean, I leave the commercial properties in there, but I mean, I wholesale one already, so why not keep going with that?
okay, okay.
So when I filter out I do all the open cases. It's around like it simmers out to like 3,000,
Wow.
2,900.
Okay. All right. 3,000 a month. That's plenty to keep you busy, man. And how much time does it take you to like organize all that data, skip trace them and all that?
Like call it or just get a skip trace.
Like get skip trace and organized.
That'll take me. I have a guy who just skip traces. That'll take me probably like a day, 2 days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pay him and then get to work.
Do you have a contact rate with your phone numbers? You're calling a really good list, man. Like honestly, I would have told you the same thing. Code violations in Harris County are insane. They're good. I'm gonna show them out on the live stream right now. Let's stop talking about that. But those are good lists, man. Do you have a contact rate for them?
Let me look right now.
Yeah. Are you using like Fiverr for the skip tracing?
No, I'm not using Fiverr. I'm using this guy I met on Facebook who's a wholesaler, and I was asking him like, how do you pull your list or whatever, or who skip trace your list?
Contact rate.
And then so it's about at 13%.
It's not bad. How much are you paying for it?
The list?
Yeah.
I'm
talking about the skip tracing.
Like I think I paid him $250.
It's pretty good. What's that for the whole thing? That's like.
I mean, I try to find like the best ways to.
It's pretty good. It's like 8.3 cents. It's not terrible. Okay. You're calling that, and so. Alrighty. And so the issues is the deals are coming in now, they're not coming in, but you're still cold calling, right?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I have some deals in the pipeline, you know, I'm following up with them. And I know they're good deals, but you know, sometimes the sellers are not like they want to sell but they're not ready. Like so I'm following up with all of them.
How big is the tax delinquency list?
Bro, that list is
I know.
Bro, that list is like 200,000. But you got to filter it out to who owes the most money and you know all these type of things. So
yeah, you're pretty full with that data, man. I mean, here's my problem, man. It's like I can tell, oh, bro, just work 50 hours more a week, man. Like I get it, dude. My best advice for you, and I know this sounds weird, I would find a partner. I would find another kid like you. Okay, you probably maybe some other wholesalers. You might know some. If you want, you can message me. There's about 10 guys in Flipboard Plus right now that are most are making six figures right now in Houston. They are actually trying to do a meetup in 6 days. I can invite you in there. Try to find one of those guys and work with them. If you could find one kid, maybe they've done one deal, they want to do more, right? And give him a list of 500. Give him a list of like 500 tax delinquencies in the areas that your buyers want, and have them reverse drive for dollars, and you still answer the calls, and you split the deal 50-50. I think you get some more deals. Now, yeah, you're going to split the deals, but they're going to put sticky notes out for you. I think that's the one thing you're not doing reverse trading for dollars works really well in Houston. And just, like, hey, this is Ezekiel. I had a quick question about your house. Please give me a call back. Simple. Put the phone number on there. You get inbound leads coming in. I think that's your best way. I think in Houston, man, between you and me, you get 5 guys doing that full time. You can probably send 2,000 sticky notes out a month. That's what I would personally do. I'd split them 50-50.
Okay, perfect. So the reverse
he pays for the gas and all this. You do all the work, though. I know it sounds stupid, but they put in the gas and they put the notes out. But you'll close the deal. You'll do everything, and you give him half the deal. Be a man. If you'll be a man of your word, I think you can make a ton of money, man. I mean, that's an easy $20K a month you can make right there.
Okay, got you.
Just prove that you did 5 deals to this guy. Like, you're not like a fake guy, which I don't think you are. They'll believe you. You got to put some trust in them, obviously, and you can make some money, man. I could probably direct you some people too if you really want.
No, yeah, I definitely want to.
Go to support@flipwithrick.com and just message me your name.
Mm-hmm.
I'll remember your name, and then I can send you some people. And, I think that's a really good way for you to expand it. So repeat back to me what my crazy plan for you is, so we're on the same page.
You want me to pull the tax list, 500 leads out of there, find kind of like a new person who hasn't done a deal or done one deal, and then have them reverse drive for dollars, and then try to find 5 of them, and then have them do that, and then they call me and we split the deals 50-50.
Yep, you answer the phone, you do all the work, and I think it's a good way to get some more inbound leads for you, man.
Okay, perfect. And
then
then
you're stuck in cold calling jail, right?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I've been there, man. Come on.
I mean, man. Do you prefer? Because usually, I used to just text blast all my leads, but then I figured I was like, let me just try to call, because I feel like calling is better. So now I just call my leads, and then if they don't answer, I'll text blast them. You think that's a good way to like kind of market? If they don't answer,
cold calling is going to be better. But the problem is you're going to be stuck in this perpetual cycle till you get some leverage, some people doing work while you're sleeping, while you're doing work while you're working, employees, if you will, partners.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the best way to do it. Having 5 guys send out 50 sticky notes a day and you getting inbound leads, it's going to make everyone more money. It's going to be the best strategy for you.
Okay, perfect.
Hit me up. Let's make some money, man. I'm not actually, I want to make any money off of it. I'm just trying to help you out. So you go make some money, man.
All right, appreciate it. I'm gonna text you right now. You said go to support. What did you say? Go to flip with
Go to
Rick.
support@flipwithrick.com. Give me your info. All right.
All right. Thank you, Zach.
All right. Wait. Hold up. Do you have an Instagram handle?
Yeah.
Post in the comments so people can go message you. Now, if they message you, they didn't automatically get that guy's not going to screw you. It's up to you to figure that out. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna drop
you get a bunch of messages from people, but they might try to be screwing you. Who knows? You got to be smart with it, right? But
no, yeah, definitely, yeah.
So put it in the comments right now, and I'll post it up here. And people can work with you. All right. I want to see you win, man.
All right. Thank you, Zach.
All right. Do it right now. All right.
All right.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Boom. Guys, it's as simple as that to make more money in wholesaling. Have people doing the work, and I'm telling you, it'll help you out. So the one thing for cold calling that made me more money is when I started hiring cold callers to do it. Now, I'm not doing every video about scaling and running a bigger operation because we got to get you to 100K first, right? Then we can start talking about these type of strategies and systems. But in a way, he's done 5 deals. The power of just reaching out to other people will help you out a lot. So this is his IG. If you want to go do that, I'm telling you, I'm looking at you right now. Okay, be a man or woman of your word. Don't screw anyone. Do what you got to do. I am hoping he does what he has to do, and we can make a partnership there. I'm not making any money, but you can make a partnership, and you can make some money. That's his Instagram handle. Hit him up. He'll give you a list. You put sticky notes out. You let his number do it. You answer it. You give him trust, and then boom, you go both make some deals. You can fulfill a need he needs. You can help him out in his weakness, and he can help you out with your weakness. And you can use his strength on your weakness and his weakness for your strength. And we all make more money wholesaling houses. This is a fundamental way of making more money by collaborating and helping other people. Hit me up. And if you got any value, make sure you go to freewholesaling.com, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach.